The State Weather Bureau says Tropical Depression Isang has made landfall over Kasiguran, Aurora. In its 11 a.m. bulletin on Friday, August 22, Pag-asa says it spotted Isang in the vicinity of Kasiguran, Aurora as of 10 a.m. According to Pag-asa, Isang carries maximum sustained winds of 55 km per hour and gustiness of up to 90 km per hour. 17 areas in Luzon are placed under Tropical Cyclone Wind Signal Number 1, where strong winds are expected to bring minimal to minor impacts. State meteorologists forecast Isang to intensify into a tropical storm by Saturday morning. Meanwhile, Pag-asa says Isang is currently moving westward at 15 kilometers per hour. As of 11 a.m., the agency forecasts the tropical cyclone to traverse northern Luzon in the next 12 hours and emerge over the West Philippine Sea on Friday night. It adds that Isang may exit the Philippine area of responsibility by the morning or afternoon of Saturday, August 23. The Armed Forces of the Philippines says it observed an increase in the presence of Chinese vessels in Ayungin Shoal in the West Philippine Sea. According to the AFP, 3 Chinese boats mounted with armaments were deployed in the shoal on Wednesday, August 20. The AFP says it also observed the China Coast Guard holding a water cannon exhibition the same day. Apart from this, a Chinese vessel was seen deploying fishing nets along, while a Chinese unmanned aerial vehicle was monitored above the area. AFP Public Affairs Chief Spokesperson Colonel Cerces Trinidad says these were observed during visual validation from troops aboard the BRP Sierra Madre and other monitoring systems and assets. The BRP Sierra Madre is a naval outpost aground in Ayungin Shoal. In total, the AFP says they monitored 5 China Coast Guard vessels, 11 rigid hull inflatable boats and fast boats, and 9 Chinese maritime militia vessels. Aside from the unmanned aerial vehicle, 1 Chinese rotary aircraft was also observed. According to the AFP, 1 small China Coast Guard boat also attempted to go near the BRP Sierra Madre, but 2 Philippine rubber boats circled the Chinese vessel in a bid to prevent it from coming near the outpost. Trinidad assures the public that the AFP is committed to protecting the Philippines' sovereignty and sovereign rights in the West Philippine Sea. He reiterates that the AFP has contingency measures against any eventualities in Ayungin. Meanwhile, Trinidad says there is still no schedule for another rotation and resupply mission to Ayungin. The National Maritime Council earlier said the last resupply mission to Ayungin was conducted in June. Beijing's actions are based on its claims of sovereignty over almost the entire South China Sea, including the West Philippine Sea. However, the 2016 arbitral award invalidated China's claims and ruled in favor of the Philippines' sovereign rights over the West Philippine Sea. Amid calls for his resignation over alleged irregularities in flood control projects, Public Works Secretary Manuel Bonoan says he will not step down. In a radio interview on Friday, August 22, Bonoan says he will continue the ongoing investigation into the reported anomalies. He adds that this is in line with President Bongbong Marcos' directive, referring to their most recent conversation on Tuesday, August 19. Asked whether Marcos had given any indication of removing him from office, the secretary says there was none. Marcos himself flagged some contractors for alleged failure to deliver flood control projects, specifically in Bulacan. Bonoan had also confirmed the existence of so-called ghost flood control projects in the province. Speculation about Bonoan's future at the Department of Public Works and Highways grew louder after former Secretary Rogelio Singson admitted he received fillers from Malacanang to return to the post. However, Singson was quick to brush off the idea of returning as DPWH chief. Meanwhile, Palace Press Officer Claire Castro told reporters to just wait for Marcos' decision regarding the matter. In his State of the Nation address in July, Marcos ordered a crackdown on contractors and officials involved in alleged corruption in the flood control projects.